Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Today's a triple upload for all of you. Triple upload. This video was technically meant to be uploaded last night, but time got to me. However, I will be covering and doing reviews by day of the Africa Cup of Nations on this channel. And this is going to be the first one. So as it goes day by day, obviously right now we're getting multiple games a day, 3 games, 4 games a day. And as it gets to the last 16, the quarterfinals, that will begin to go down. And then eventually it's going to be 1 match review per day until the end of the tournament. So yeah, we're doing it on this channel. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I've got the nice Africa Cup of Nations trophy on the table right here to glorify to all of you of just how nice that trophy actually looks. Yeah. And right now it belongs to yours truly, Algeria, because we are defending champions. And I have vested interest in this, which is why there's not going to be any watch-alongs on this channel, because I know it's not going to be consistent. If we get to the latter stages, I know I might not be home for this. I'm going to be watching elsewhere with crowds and all sorts. So yeah, we'll soak in the atmosphere. So yeah, you will be getting match reviews though, and day-by-day reviews as the tournament progresses. So let's focus on day 1. Before we do, I want to let you know, remember, later on will be Reddit Monday, and then later on tonight I will be giving you the day 2 recap of the Africa Cup of Nations involving Morocco versus Ghana, Senegal's first game today against Zimbabwe. All of that will be reviewed and reflected later on. So let's get on with day 1, which was yesterday. Cameroon versus Burkina Faso and Ethiopia against Cape Verde. And we start off with Cameroon, the hosts, the ones that are able to pull in the crowds this tournament. They have home advantage, Cameroon, this year as they are hosting the tournament. When you look at all the other games, and so far we've had a couple, you see there are some fans, but maybe 20 fans over there, 10 fans over there, couple over there, that's about it, right? With Cameroon, it's a full house. It's a full house. The whole stadium is at capacity. And yesterday against Burkina Faso, I thought that was a very relatively good game in terms of the opener. You know, if this was later on in the tournament and that was the standard, I'd be a little bit worried. But you could see both were a little bit cagey at first, trying to get themselves into the rhythm. Cameroon being the host nations, I feel like there's added pressure, because when you're the host nation, you feel like you have to perform. You're in front of your own fans, you have that advantage, you got to use it. And if you don't, it's a disappointment. Burkina Faso took the initiative though, and fair play to them with Bertrand Traoré, who we know very well. They went 1-0 up with a fantastic goal, by the way, can I add. Sangare on the left-hand side, taking what would have been goal of the tournament already on day 1. First game, it would have gone down as goal of the tournament if his shot went in. From the left-hand side at some crazy angle, hits the bar. And then goes off to the right-hand side. In the meantime, as Bertrand Traoré is getting the ball on the right-hand side, Sangare gets his way into the box. Traoré crosses it across, beating every single man, and Sangare is there, left-footed, taps straight into the top of the finish, top of the net. Great finish, might I add, sorry. Top finish. And for the first goal of the Africa Cup of Nations, I thought that was very fitting. Great hit by Sangare to send Burkina Faso 1-0 up. Now, Bertrand Traoré's assessment at the end of the game was that they let themselves go, that Burkina Faso threw it away. And I can understand where he's coming from. And he was responsible for it. Because the first penalty that Cameroon got, which they ended up scoring and equalising thanks to Abu Bakr, was a penalty. And it was because Bertrand Traoré literally took the other guy out. He literally put his entire body across and just went smack. Right? No ball whatsoever. Even though the Cameroon player was very smart in terms of being able to just tap the ball ahead. That way there's no chance Traoré is going to get the ball. He fouls the player, goes down. It's a penalty. And it is a penalty. And fair play. Maybe Traoré thought he was playing Premier League football, where he thought he could be a bit ultra physical and go in there where a defender might hold his own. No. It's not like that. You will find attackers that will take every single opportunity they get at this tournament just to go as far as possible. You know, it'll get very sneaky at times to try and play the VAR and try and play the referee and to just try and get decisions going in your favour. And Bertrand Traoré fell into the trap, gave away a penalty. Great finish by Abu Bakr. 1-1 minutes later. They get another penalty. Another penalty. And this was a penalty as well. Cameroon literally stepping up, Abu Bakr to take the second penalty, and there's no doubts because I've seen a debate already happening online in the comment sections of highlights and all sorts. Oh, not a penalty, is a penalty, not a penalty. For me, look, my opinion, both of them correct decisions. Correct decisions. No contest. Both of them were penalties, stonewall penalties, and they're given, and Cameroon took advantage. In the game itself, I feel like Cameroon as the hosts possibly should have done a little bit better. However, I am willing to cut a little bit of slack because it's the opener. It's the first game. You're familiarizing yourself with the environment, with the competition, with the intensity. You're not at 100%. No one's at 100% at the very beginning. No one's going to steamroll their way to absolute craziness on day one. It's not going to happen. Even if a big team were to play a little team, I don't think it's going to be some blockbuster 6-7-0 finish. I don't think we'll get that. You have to respect the competition at the AFCON, and I think that's what Cameroon tried to do. Now, they ended up getting the 3 points. What was the standard of the game? As I've said, I feel like there was a lot of mistakes made. A lot of mistakes. There's a little bit of pressure there. But Cameroon got the 3 points and they can try and get themselves ahead now. 3 points in the bag. They're the host nation. Let's see what they can do on day 2. And then they'll probably make themselves through. I reckon they'll get through. And then you look at the other game, Ethiopia versus Cape Verde. Sorry. And that, I have to say, there's two sides of the coin on this one. Ethiopia, I feel sorry for, because their circumstances in their country right now is crazy. There's a civil war going on. Development, I'm sure, is at zero. You have to understand, when there's a country going through civil war, football does not develop. Yes, football is played, but there's no development. Everyone's minds are on other things. Their families, their way of life, what's going to happen. There's no resources. There's no money. It's catastrophic. So in terms of developing the football, that's not going to happen. Players just show up and just do their best. But trying to progress and, as I've said, talk about resources and injection and all of that, it's not going to happen. So Ethiopia have qualified to this tournament under those circumstances, and that takes a lot. So fair play. And after 12 minutes in that game against Cape Verde, they go a man down. And was it a red card? Defender takes out who is technically the last man, even though it was a 3-man defense pretty much, and he managed to make his way through, but he cuts him across, slide tackle, it's last man, it's a goal scoring opportunity. Technically it's a red. It was given as a yellow, it went to VAR, referee took a look, no, take away the yellow, it's a straight red. And they played for the rest of the game with 10 men. And I have to say, that's one side of the coin where Ethiopia have had it very tough from day one. And going down to 10 men, trying to hold their own, very difficult. But on the flip side, Cape Verde probably found it a little easier playing against 10 men. What I do want to say, though, about Cape Verde is their technical ability is actually quite impressive. When you watch that game, and I'm talking in terms of the technical aspect of standard dribbling, getting past players, little link-ups, movements, 1-2s, little combinations, Cape Verde showed some sort of tactical prowess. At least there was something there. You could see a system. Although, I do want to say, with an asterisk, Ethiopia were down to 10 men. So, was it because of that? Well, if it had been 11 versus 11, would Cape Verde have done what they did? I'm not so sure. However, on the ball, individually, some of their players look technically gifted. And I did enjoy seeing them move the ball about. So Cape Verde, fair play. Ethiopia for holding on that long with 0-0. And then later on, Cape Verde did get that goal, which came courtesy of Tavares. And that was just on pretty much in stoppage time on the end of the first half. Going half an hour or so at 0-0 with that standard of team is impressive. Cape Verde with the combinations were there. Great ball into the box. Great finish with the head from Tavares, and then it's 1-0. And for the rest of the second half, you could see Cape Verde in control. Now, were they taking it lightly? Were they not? It's hard to tell, as I've said, because Ethiopia were down to 10 men. But overall, Cape Verde, I think, have potential to finish second in the group. I think Ethiopia will finish bottom, with all due respect. I think Burkina Faso and Cape Verde are going to be the ones fighting for second spot. Cameroon, I think, will come out group winners. But that's how it's gone down on day one in terms of Group A. So, yeah, fair play to all 4 teams that competed yesterday. I do want to see a little bit more from Cameroon, if I'm being completely real. I remember Cameroon of old, Samuel Eto'o and Mark Vivian Foe, and I mean, they had great players. Song, I mean, they had decent players. They had decent players, and they had, you know, a time where they were literally dominating African football. It's about time that they start, you know, with this new generation, this new crop of players, and some top lads in their team. You know, let's have it right. Cameroon have top talent in that team, but can they function as a collective? I would like to think they can. Are we going to see a resurgence from Cameroon? This is their chance. They've got their home advantage. This is their chance to go as far as possible in trying to build a foundation. So let's see what Cameroon do. But fair play to Burkina Faso. I think that they will eventually bite back. It's going to be between them and Cape Verde, I think, for second place. We'll see as well, because third place can qualify based on the best third place teams going into the last 16. So we'll see who makes it. But that is day 1 at the Africa Cup of Nations. Be sure to check out about day 2 later today, where we go over Senegal and Zimbabwe, go over Morocco versus Ghana. That's going to be the blockbuster game of the day, I reckon. So we'll see who comes out on top in that one. And yeah, I'll see all of you later on. But a great first day of the tournament. Might I just add, in terms of the AFCON, I love the feel. I love the buzz. I love the colours. I love the atmosphere. The horns that you hear during a game. The whole thing is just unique, and I love it. I love the Africa Cup of Nations. So, yeah. If you are watching for the first time, enjoy it. If you're already familiar with it, you know what to expect, and let's hope we see a top tournament this year. But day 1 was good. Day 2 later on, we'll see what happens. I'll see all of you then. But make sure you check out Reddit Monday before that. Double upload will be done, obviously, with Reddit Monday, and then the next video on the AFCON. So I will see all of you later. Subscribe if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this, and I will see you later. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care, and peace.